My name's Hazel. I'm an autistic and disabled writer and researcher from Birmingham. I've been learning about what organizations should change to help neurodivergent people and people with learning disabilities in high-level jobs. I interviewed neurodivergent leaders and leaders with learning disabilities. I interviewed support workers, and I interviewed organizations who hire neurodivergent people and people with learning disabilities. We talked about meeting access needs, working culture, and job responsibility. In this video, I talk about the background of the research, what I did and how I did it. In the other videos, I talk about what I learned about employing neurodivergent people and people with learning disability. I share recommendations for arts organizations who want to hire them. And then I share more detailed information about what neurodivergent people said, what people with learning disabilities said, and what organizations said during the interview. This research was commissioned by Spectra, an arts organization based in Birmingham that works with neurodivergent and learning disabled artists. Until last year, they were an organization made up of paid artists who worked on projects together. Many of these artists and half of their board members are learning disabled and/or neurodivergent. They recently became an NPO organization, which means they get a lot more money from Arts Council. This means they can hire more people to manage the work that Spectra does, and they want one of those people to be someone who is neurodivergent or has a learning disability. I held 11 interviews for this research. I interviewed 3 neurodivergent leaders, 3 leaders with a learning disability, 5 organizations, and 2 people who work as support workers or job coaches. The leaders I spoke to did different jobs, like being producers, directors, facilitators, and board members. Leaders worked in both salaried and freelance jobs. Interviews lasted an hour or 90 minutes and happened over Zoom. Interview questions were sent in advance, and an easy read document explaining the project was sent to people to decide if they wanted to take part. Anyone I interviewed who worked as a freelancer was paid for their time. This research was funded through Spectra's NPO program of work.